Hi YouTube family, this is Tamika coming again with the news for August 10th, 2020, and let's jump right in. I could not wait to get back to you guys to give you the information of what happened yesterday. Now, I know I told you guys about Donald Trump signing those executive orders for the $400 stimulus, also um, the um, the payroll tax cuts, but I didn't tell you about the extension on the student loan debt relief. So that was something I missed. However, even though those things were good, and I was just so happy to give you that information, Congress just cannot, like the media just cannot let him have anything. So I'm watching the news yesterday, and oh my gosh, are the Democrats and the Republicans threatening to sue Donald Trump because they're saying he can't write executive orders to change law or make law? So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm still looking out for that. But what I will say is he gave them a chance. He gave Congress a chance to come up with um, a solution. And it's not like he was like, one day he just got up and said, I'm going to go ahead and write these executive orders today. No. On last week, he said if they didn't come up with a compromise by Friday, that he would sign executive orders into action. If that didn't like fire up under their ass, then you know what I'm saying, and they still didn't do nothing for the people. When Friday came, Donald Trump was like, okay, what, you thought I was joking? I'm gonna go ahead and write these executive orders. So he wrote the executive orders, and now Congress is trying to say he can't write these executive orders. Okay, so why didn't you do something? So now we're supposed to sit around and wait for Congress to now act. You know what I'm saying? Still not get the money that we was promised, and now don't want to give us the money that Donald Trump done promised. Why? Like, it's like they don't care what's going on with the people. It's like they don't care that these people out here with no jobs and no income, and it's not their fault. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. You should have came up with a plan before he had to write those executive orders. That's how I feel. You know, and since they didn't, don't get upset and don't try to come for him because he did exactly what he was looking out for the people that time. And I'm not mad at Donald Trump for that, because I think he did a good job of writing those executive orders. He helped the people out while Congress is steadily seeing who got the bigger balls, like seeing playing chicken, like who gonna give first. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not thinking that it's people, real people out here not having no money coming in and not being able to work. You know what I mean? So I'm real upset about that. I know y'all can tell, but I just had to bring that to you. That's why I couldn't wait to make this video today. I had to let you guys know what's going on. So if you don't see that extra $400 in your account on Wednesday when the stimulus payments should go through, don't be alarmed. That's what's going on. Congress is kind of holding that up. I will say this. One of the things that I didn't mention in the video when I made it was the fact that it's $400 extra a week. However, Donald Trump is insisting that the states pay 25% of that, along with what they would normally pay you for your unemployment, and that money, the 25%, is supposedly coming out of money that was previously given to the states in the last stimulus package. So that's another thing why I think some of the Congress members are not feeling his executive orders as well. They don't want the states to have to pay 25% of the $400 extra payments. So that's one thing. Another thing I want to get into, aside from the stimulus bill, is I want to talk a little bit about Joe Biden. The people chose Joe Biden to be the nominee to run against Trump, which I really was against. And I know if you watched my previous videos, you know how I feel about Joe Biden as the nominee. I want to bring up some things that he has said that were questionable recently. I know everyone heard about when he said, what was the first thing that he said? Oh, if you don't vote for him, then you're not black. Yeah, that was the first thing that caused the uproar with everybody. I mean, like, he's lumping us in all together and just saying he just assumes all black people are going to vote for him because he's a Democrat or because he's Joe Biden and he was Barack Obama's vice president. Now he has gone out and said that the Hispanic community is a diverse community, unlike the African American community. So what he's basically saying is all black people think alike. All black people are going to vote Democrat. So basically, if you get down to what he's actually saying there, is he's taking the black people vote for granted. Of course, I'm going to get the black votes. All the black people that are going to vote are going to vote for me. Why wouldn't they? I'm a Democrat. I was Barack Obama's sidekick. You know what I mean? So he's assuming all black people are going to vote for him, and he can say these things in public and not get any backlash. You know what I mean? He feels like he just deserves the black vote, or he's going to have the black vote regardless. Like, he's taking us for granted, and that's what I don't like. And I would say don't vote, and I won't tell anybody not to vote. I swear I wouldn't tell anyone not to vote. But it's making me so mad because, number one, I did not vote for him to be the nominee. I voted for Bernie Sanders to be the nominee. And what made me mad on the preliminaries with a lot of my people is they listened to the media and they were not watching the debates. So they listened to the media, kept saying Bernie Sanders has no chance of winning. Bernie Sanders has no chance of. And I was trying to tell people, do you agree with the stuff Bernie Sanders saying? Everybody like, yeah, I agree with him, but he can't win. Why? If everybody agrees with him, if he was the nominee, wouldn't you vote for him? That don't even make sense. You just let the media tell you he couldn't win, so you didn't vote for him. You voted for Joe Biden in the primaries, I can't even see how you voted for him if you watch the debates. So I'm believing that black people did not watch the debates. They watched the news. They listened to the media. The media told them that Bernie Sanders couldn't win and to vote for Joe Biden. They did that. This man couldn't put a sentence together in a debate. You know what I'm saying? He was so ridiculous in the debate, it didn't make sense. Like, but now he the nominee. And now he's saying things like this. And you gon' vote for him because now what choice do you have? You know what I'm saying? It's like so crazy. It's so crazy. I'm so upset. Like, you don't even understand. Like, he's taking us for granted, and he can do that because he the nominee, and we don't really have a choice but to vote for him. I'm actually thinking about either not voting for the president when I go and vote, leave it blank, or writing in Bernie Sanders' name. I really don't care who wins between him and Trump, and I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash for that. But both of them old and like, I don't want to say old and see now, but both of them old, like, it really don't matter. Joe Biden has did a lot to hurt the black community before he was vice president to Barack Obama. He did. He voted against us on a whole lot of bills. But nah, we ain't paid that no man. We watched the media. We let the media tell us that he was the one to vote for. He keep his racism under wraps. Like, he go ahead and go to black churches, sit in black churches when it's election time to make you think that he fuck with us. Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to cuss. To make you think that he care about us during election time. He go and sit in black churches. He talks to the preachers. Preachers start uplifting him and telling his their congregations to vote for him. And then he forget about us once he's elected. And that's true. That's real rap for you guys. Like, it really made me mad about him. And I just had to get that off my chest because I've been wanting to say it for a few days now. But every time I do a video, I forget. So that's my view on it. I do want to know you guys' view on it, though. I got a couple of people who called me and, you know, we had a debate about it, you know, about my views about Joe Biden. And so I want to know what you guys think. I want you to send me some comments. comment, subscribe, share. Like, tell me what you guys actually think about what I'm doing here. I'm trying to take the news, break it down for us, and make it so that we can understand what's really going on. You know what I mean? I don't want us to keep being puppets for the Democrats. They keep taking us for granted. And I'm not going to hop on the Republican bandwagon like people like Candace Owens and Thomas Sotomayor. I'm not one of them either. I'm not a Kanye West. I think for myself. And that's the thing. Candace Owens, she says she thinks for herself, but she jumped straight on the Republican bandwagon. Because if you're not a Democrat, you must got to be a Republican. No, ma'am. I definitely think for myself. I watch both sides of the news. I watch the actual original press conferences. I watch the Congress hearings myself. Like, I watch those. You're not going to tell me. You're not going to give me a soundbite of what somebody said and then expect me to believe your side of the story. That's just not going to happen. I'm going to watch it myself. I'm going to come up with my own conclusion. And then I'm going to give it to y'all. Because what the media doing right now is not right. If you watch CNN, MSNBC, any of those left-wing news, mainstream media outlets, they bashing Donald Trump every time you turn around. They won't give him credit for nothing. Just like I say, he signed those executive orders. They won't even let him have that. They want to say that's not even legal for him to do. So we need to sit back and continue to be broke until Congress decides to give us some scraps. You know what I mean? You watch the Republican news. Donald Trump can't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? And the Democrats is doing all of this bullshit. The Democrats is holding up. That's not accurate either. So what I'm doing is trying to come to you raw. I'm watching these things myself. I'm watching the actual news press conferences. I'm watching the actual Congress hearings. And then I'm going to bring it to you for the real, with the real, so that you can understand. You can make your own decision at the end of the day. Again, this is Tamika. I'm sorry, guys. This one wasn't much news. It was more like a rant, but I just had to get that off my chest, especially about Joe Biden and the way the Democratic Party just take us for granted. Saying things like that lets you know how much they take us for granted. So, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and I'll see you next time on My Thoughts. Have a good one.